I'm Crazy Mark, and you're here for another edition of Weekly Entertainment. And this week we have our lovely guest, Miss Lucy Gothro, right here. Yes, indeed. And we're going to be getting into some more videos here. We got driving tips coming right up, so you just stay right there and don't go away unless you're chicken.
Hi, and welcome back to Driving Tips. Now, this isn't our normal place. Our normal place would be back in the car, but today we are just going to be down here and giving more information on rules of the road. If you watched my YouTube version of it, I showed some pictures that I drew with clip art, and we are actually, not clip art, but a form of clip art. And we're going to be showing those pictures again in this video. The first thing is on a highway or any road that has white lines, which is basically going the same direction as you are, for your same direction traffic as you are. Going the same way. If the lines are dashed, you're allowed to pass. It's on a highway mainly that you see white lines. But if they're a solid straight line, not dashed but solid, you're supposed to stay in your lane until it starts to be dashed again. And I just noticed this on 75. During the Rochester curb, there used to be there's a solid straight line going around that curb there, and for a while there it looked dashed, but it was straight. And last few times I've gone by there, I've noticed that we painted that so it's all solids now. That's been there for a while now. On the road, normal road, you got a yellow line in the center lane. Now, back to the white line thing for a second. Some roads, like avenues, do have white lines on each side of the road to let you know that you can pass on either. As long as the line is dashed, you're allowed to pass. And the same goes for yellow lines. Yellow lines are for opposite moving traffic. You're going one way, another car's coming another way. As long as that yellow line is dashed and there's no oncoming traffic, and the sign says pass with care, you're allowed to pass only cars when only it's dashed. If it's a solid yellow line, a single solid line with the dash side on one side, the dash side can pass, but the side with the solid isn't allowed to pass other vehicles on their side. If it's a double solid yellow line, neither side is allowed to pass. And if it's a dashed line, single dashed line in the center of the road, both sides are allowed to pass when safe. Now to center lanes. Center lanes are just like the road with a single dashed yellow line in the center, but it's got another lane with a single yellow solid line on each side with dashed markings in the middle, and then either a left turn or left turn only, or, well, that'd be it. There's also the center left turn lane, where between the white solid line and the yellow dashed with the solid yellow line is an opening, a gap. That's where you go in the turn left, not before, not after. Next thing we're going to cover is speeds, different speed limits. I know in Michigan, I'm not sure how many other states have this as a highway speed limit of 70 miles an hour on all freeways in Michigan, freeways, highways. All residential areas are 25. Most streets run 45, especially in Oakland County. The further north you go, the higher the speed limit is. The farther south you go, towards Detroit, the lower the speed limit is. The lowest I've seen for the speed limit in a city is about 30. Most rural areas have a speed limit of 50 or 55, and that goes for most of the areas in northern Oakland County. We also have U.S. road signs, like U.S. 66, and most other states have the speed limit set on their freeways and highways of 65 or 60. So, and everybody's familiar with a stop sign, a two-way stop sign, a four-way stop sign, or just a single stop sign. Pretty sure you're all familiar with the yield sign. You only stop if an oncoming car's coming. Otherwise, you're free to slow down without stopping. But if you see a car coming, you gotta stop. I'm looking at my computer here. And we all know what a do not enter sign is. It means do not enter. And everybody's probably familiar with the interstate sign as well. We had some other ones in there as well, like merging on and off freeways. But basically that will be covered in another day. So we hope you enjoyed this driving tip video, and we will definitely be in the car hopefully next time. So see you next time. Bye.
Welcome back from that video. You're with Weekly Entertainment. And I'm Crazy Mark, and we're here with the lovely Lucy Gothro. How are you doing today, Lucy?
I'm just lovely, I guess.
Yes.
How are you doing, Mark?
Oh, I'm doing very lovely myself, and I'm with my chicken. How about that? But anyway, we're not going to be talking about cooking chicken.
Or fillets.
Oh, yes, or rivers of liver.
Oceans of fish.
Ooh, we're going to be talking about you.
Oh, little old me.
Yes, little old you. So tell me, I heard that you are a musician. Where can you be seen? What have you been up to?
Well, I guess that's true that I'm a musician, and I'm a vocalist. This is my instrument right here. Right now I can't be seen anywhere because I have been working. I auditioned for a band.
Very nice.
I am not sure how many details I am able to give out because we've only met once, but they asked me to come back. It is a blues rock project.
Okay.
I can give you a song list.
A blues rock project.
A
Oh,
blues
so
rock
like
yes.
what kind of songs will you be playing? What can I dance to?
Can you dance to Pride Joy? Can you dance
Oh,
to
SRV.
SRV, Etta James, Freddie King, Eric Clapton. Yes, I will get to sing Crossroads finally.
This is sweet. I mean, you could probably play like at Memphis, the old blues, as the
Memphis
barbecue,
Smoke.
or what it was, and then the other places around town, Kego Harbor, and some really sweet joints, you know.
Well, there's always a lot of local music, whether you want to pay for it, whether you want to go for free, whether you want to go up there and sing. There's open jams and jams going on like almost everywhere in the Tri-County area.
But I'll tell you what, a good cover band can pocket you some dough, you know. We're all rooting for you, Lucy, so let's hope for the best. Yeah.
I'm hoping for the best.
Now, also, too, I heard you're into comedy and improv. Tell us about your latest adventure.
My latest adventure was at Planet Ant for the Colony Fest. We had to leave early, so I don't know if we got any votes or not. With Estrogen Time with the lovely Erica Lynn
Yes.
and Trish Nelson
Yes.
and Ann Hubbard.
Woohoo!
And we had a lot of fun, especially when Ann was not exactly crowned. I didn't hit her that hard, but she became Miss Hamtramck fictionally. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Anne. Yes, you are not really Miss Hamtramck. Please forgive me.
No
Wasn't
Polskis.
supposed to let that
Oh,
out of
no
the van.
Polskis
Wasn't
and
supposed to
Polskis
let
for
that
you.
cat out of the van.
So, okay, so.
But Estrogen Time is a wonderful group. I got called in on an emergency because one of her original players couldn't make it. So I filled in. I haven't been told yet when our next gig is going to be, but something that you don't know because you didn't see it on my Facebook is I will be at iRock in Detroit on Harper Avenue in between Houston Whittier and Cadju on the south side of the street. This Saturday with the Impaler and N2 Submission. It's not as dark as it sounds, but it is dark, folks. I'm going to be doing performance art.
Okay.
I get to masquerade as a dominatrix. Should be a lot of fun.
So I heard that comics are a big thing now, comics and movies.
Ah, yes.
That was a good thing. But comics and movies. And I recently went to go check out Batman.
The Dark Knight Rises. How was that?
The Dark Knight Snoozes.
Oh, did he really?
I saw that. And all he did was sleep through half of the movie and complain about, hip problems and joint problems. And
Pee
here
Wee
comes...
Herman didn't do the voiceover for it?
Well, I know if he did for that one guy going around, I'm going to take over your city, It looked like Ultimate Combat, yeah. Ultimate Combat versus Batman. It was like, get over here. And he was beating him up real bad. And I just said, wait a minute, I've never seen Batman go down so fast, except for like maybe Catwoman on Good Night.
I didn't even know who Bane was. I had to ask my son. I know who Catwoman is because she's been in she even had her own movie once, didn't she? I had no idea who Bane was. I'm like, why don't they bring back, I don't know. I even know who Killer Croc is. They could have had Scarecrow, which I think would have been a much better villain. But it seems to me that the whole thing about comic book movies is, I won an Oscar. I'm going to be in a movie about a comic book superhero.
There you go.
And DC Warner, I've read, is going to be not making so many comic book superhero movies now after Man of Steel comes out.
Oh, with a script of lead.
Yeah,
no less.
or kryptonite.
All the scripts that are being written these days, I'm telling you. I mean, the ending, I'll tell you, I'm going to spoil it for everyone. The ending of Batman was similar to the ending of Avengers, which was similar to the ending of Iron Giant, which was similar to the end. If you look at all these things.
Of Casablanca, yeah.
Yeah, who writes all these scripts? I'm telling you, I could probably write a better script in a place that I can't mention right here.
But at least their techie stuff has gotten much better. No longer do we have the transistor-powered repulsor rays of Stan Lee's Silver Age era. God bless Stan. But, he took a lot of his storylines from Greek myth, a lot of plot lines from Shakespeare, which is why you're not finding anything original, much less... why don't they make 4 Bushmans? Anybody remember Not Brandock?
I'll tell you what, the more I look at all these cartoon movies coming out, readapted for the big screen, with all these Super Joes
and
stuff.
Special effects.
Yeah, that's true. You got the special effects and everything, but they haven't dealt with the script. I mean, come on, I heard the stories of Justice League coming out,
Nah, they're not.
But that's that the rumors usually could hold true, and it would be the bomb if they brought in Solomon Grundy and Darkseid. Those two would rip.
That would be my nose.
That would be the bomb right there, because you could see that Stan Lee and Marvel Comics were just kind of turning in their grave when the old Justice League cartoons were coming out, and they got it right with Solomon Grundy before they got it right with the Hulk. you know?
Well, yeah, you have to admit, like with Hawkeye and the Black Widow, if you go back in history and look at the Green Arrow, who is a rich, industrialist who didn't have his parents killed. Let's not get him mixed up with another rich industrialist superhero whose parents died. And Black Canary. Now, the Black Canary wore fishnets, and the original Black Widow wore fishnets. You have Hawkeye, Black Widow, but that was preceded by Green Arrow and Black Canary.
Now, those days were
We're
all...
going to the Silver Age,
Yeah,
folks.
you're
Now
diving
we're
back
in
in
the
the
Iron
Silver Age.
Age, it seems.
And I like what they did with Aquaman, though. They took him out of...
Arthur.
Yeah, Arthur. Yeah, they took Arthur Treacher out of his orange trunks, and they made him look more like a grungy old pirate, which was real cool, And, man, DC managed to up the bar where Marvel Comics was kind of like, back during remember the bad days of Harley Davidson where all the oil leaked everywhere? I guess it was that bowling company that bought Harley Davidson. That's what happened to Marvel. They just kind of, wallowed in the mire.
They got it back, especially since they didn't have to really pay attention to the comics code. And now Marvel has it when it comes to movies because they're owned by Disney, whereas DC is with the underdog of Warner Brothers. I don't know how much further there's already talking about Ant-Man. Yes, if anybody remembers Saturday Night Live with Garrett Morris playing, I'm Ant-Man, I can get real small and talk to ants, versus, along with Belushi's Hulk, if you remember that one episode. No, this is going to be a little bit different, but he was a founding member of the Avengers.
And then he also becomes Giant Man, too. So he's like little,
Yellow
big,
Jacket.
little, big.
But they've already done the Avengers, so if Ant-Man comes out in 2014, it's not going to be the Hank Pym Ant-Man.
But
it's
will there be
Scott Lang. Will there be a 2014?
Yes, will there be a 2014
That's right.
in the meantime?
Yeah, we haven't reached
So
December
what are you
this year
doing?
yet.
What are you doing to get ready for 2014?
Let's see. Oh, that's when we all have to have health care, too. Let's write that down.
Sounds like eugenics, if you ask me. So 2012.
2012. First, we got to make it through this year. Then we got to make it through 2013 before we make it to 2014. And by 2013, we're already going to have a Thor sequel, a Captain America sequel. What's DC?
I want to see
Dark
Pee Wee
Horse
Herman
gonna
coming
offer us?
back. I want to see Pee Wee Herman get back. It'd be cool to have another Pee Wee Herman movie, but have him kind of like a James Bond character, Pee Wee
They already
Herman.
did that with Johnny English
You
and,
know,
and,
that-
and Mr. Bean.
But that's
Guy plays
different.
Mr.
That's
Bean.
all dry. Bring back Pee Wee Herman and have him be like the new spy.
No,
and then
have Pee Wee Herman play the next
and then-
Doctor on Doctor Who.
And then Austin Powers.
He's already got the bow tie.
But I heard Austin Powers is making a comeback.
Really?
That's true.
Thanks for the warning.
Heard that through the grapevine, folks. It's ready to shag. Ready to shag.
God. I never got into any of those. If I'm going to watch a spoof of anything, it's got to have Weird Al in it. And what are we going to expect next from Weird Al, folks? He's been doing this pop culture thing for the past 20, 30 years now. I mean, how much...
He's got to direct a movie.
We keep feeding him so much material. He should direct a movie.
And
He should.
play accordion in it.
He could. He's done
could,
that. No,
yes.
he didn't do that in
But he
UHF.
could. But he could.
Oh, I know he could.
Yeah.
It'd be excellent.
That would be so awesome. Now,
He should direct the next Austin Powers movie and be the accordion playing villain at the same time.
and bring in Pee Wee Herman to be the biggest villain of all.
That's
No.
right. And Fred Willard.
Ooh.
Yeah, Fred Willard. Uh-oh. He got caught with his pants down in the theater.
But in all honesty there, Lucy, we got another thing to bring up. We heard you're interested in animals. We see you posting all sorts of cute animal pictures all over Facebook
Yes.
and the internet.
Yes.
Are you getting involved in any kind of animal rescue or anything like that?
I've thought about volunteering. I have a friend who does rescues, usually with feral cats, not so much with the, people's pets who get stuck in things. But I haven't been able to get a hold of her recently. Really, keeping my own pet cat, Luke, alive is probably, not running him over in the driveway is the most rescue I've been doing lately.
Animals are most awesome. I just want to put a shout out to everybody and remind them to spay or neuter your cat or dog so we don't have a bunch of little
right.
cats and dogs running around that we don't know what to do with. because we can only take on so many Mousers.
Right.
And so many Bowsers, or however it is right there. Lucy, is there anything else you're into these days? Anything you want to tell the cameras, the people at home? Do you have a website where they can go to?
No, all I have is my Facebook page, Lucy Gothro, Gothro. That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Oh boy. Remember, you can go check out weekly entertainment at the web address right down through here. I can see somebody might put it up on the show right down through there and check out what's going on. You can also go to cmntv.org and see shows streamed. Now, I've got something I got to bring up, and it's really been on my mind, really been on my nerves, and really it's been setting me off. But why is it? Why is it, what's going on with this Mars probe? We're not talking about a big thing up there testing a crater with a big long
That's
finger.
Uranus, yeah.
But they're going up there to look for they want to look for Marvin the Martian on Mars. What do you think's going to go on there?
I don't know. All I know is if they fail with that, you might as well forget about us sending anything up from Earth to any part of the solar system, much less the galaxy or the universe, because people will just pull the plug and say, no, you guys, we've got a lot of stuff going on down on here on Earth that we should take care of. Now, if we could possibly cheaply transport people and terraform Mars, that would be wonderful. But I don't see that happening. But right now, I think it's just a lot of, I'm curious. I want to know, it's called curiosity. What's up there?
Well,
I want to know more detail.
Well,
what's up there?
If you've taken a look at the way the pyramids on the moon, on Mars are set up, in coordination with the pyramids on Earth, the Giza Plateau, they've documented that they are set up in roughly the same mathematical pattern, which shows there was a civilization on Mars, and that on Mars, that civilization was wiped out not by just a slow cataclysm, but if you look at the rocks and the surrounding rubble, they look as though they've been shattered, as if that was an environment which was carefully laid out architecturally, and something shattered the planet. There was a force, a boom, that shattered whatever was going on the surface. Now, I say there are life forms inside the planet which escaped inside the planet itself. But on the surface, all you're going to find is a bunch of old ancient history. Any thoughts on that?
I wonder if it was the same pilot that shattered all the windows at the Supreme Court in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil last month.
Could have been. And I bet he was a follower of Edgar Rice Burroughs as well. Reminds me, too, now we're talking about ancient history, and don't anybody get this wrong, but let's give a big shout-out, happy birthday, to Miss Lucille Ball.
She's dead.
She's the number one, yes, indeed. She was the number one Miss in Hollywood, a big investor, a big-time entrepreneur.
Yes.
Not only on screen, but off screen. She was a manager, a producer, a director, a writer. So, big kudos go out to Lucille Ball and the family and friends thereof.
Yep.
Do we have anything else to talk about here, Miss Lucy?
Well, you mentioned John Carter and Edgar Rice Burroughs, and I did happen to see, I know this is a little late, but I saw John Carter, and we're talking about Disney and John Carter of Mars. Why did they take the Mars off?
Well, there's something going on there. And then on Coast to Coast with George Norrie, they explained that with some of the technology shown in the John Carter movie, that some of that actually exists. And they'll say, we're not going to tell you which, but figure out for yourself. And then there are the watchers that are always blipping in and out to rearrange and alter our destinies and the histories of a planet. That's what was being explained in that movie right there. So I would say, some of it's the other parts of
But
it.
some people saw John Carter and they might have been expecting some sort of, was this one of Jimmy's brothers we didn't know about? I don't think anybody would know.
I saw
That
no
just-
peanut butter whatsoever on there, nor I saw nothing having to do with publications or anything of that sort. No way, Jose. But it was a good movie. It was.
Yeah,
it was
I don't
good.
see. I think they could have done the marketing a little better on it. Kept the Mars in there, shown the point of view shot of him, what he saw when he was jumping, not just a bunch of pictures of this guy jumping. Okay, that's fun to see, but I want to see what it looks like from his point of view. And I'm not saying that would have saved the movie, but it certainly would have helped.
And that would be excellent if they brought in the Hulk in another superhero movie, so you saw what he saw from his angle as he leaped
they're
over
going
mountains.
to.
And
I like the
that
way they
kind of
have the
thing.
motion capture now, using instead of CGIing everything, they've got motion capture on the face, so the facial expressions look more like the Hulk. From what I've seen in the trailers, I haven't seen the Avengers yet. I'm
Indeed.
getting tired of shelling out all that money for superhero movies.
You never know what you're going to see. I'll tell you what, we have this wonderful blanket right here, this throw, which reminds me, it's time for a couple astrology subjects here. First, let's hit on Sagittarian. Sagittarian. If you're a Sagittarian, boy, you're going to be accepted into a great institution. How about that? Sagittarian, look out for great opportunities out there. Oh, let's take
And
a
look
look.
out for the people in the butterfly nets and the white coats, because that might be the institution they want to take you to.
Libra, you still owe someone some money. Virgo, great birthday coming up, great family reunions, great rewards. You've been watching Weekly Entertainment. I'm Crazy Mark with Lucy Gothro here. Check us out next week. I'm out of here. Time to catch some waves.
Woohoo! Let's go!